hostess, and that would be Rebecca over at Rebecca's Cloud Kids Nursery. Welcome to Maddie Monday. The theme for this Maddie Monday was Maddie and Mommy at the fair. And you could share memories of how you went to the fair, your previous experiences at the fair. So Madeline, she has dressed in a cute little dress, and we've got a scarf wrapped around her because it is chilly in the morning now. But it will warm up for the day. A simple shoe. Hattie's dressed in a little sleeveless dress. Nothing fancy. She had to wear her princess crown, and she has a simple shoe on. And we have brought some chocolate animal crackers for a snack. Now, when I was growing up, we always went to the Ohio State Fair. There were 6 of us kids. My oldest sister was 10 years older than my youngest brother. So my mom and dad had their hands full with 6 kids wandering around, making sure they didn't get lost. But we were very well behaved. Besides, we didn't want anything to go wrong because we were waiting for later in the day when we would go ride the rides. But first, my dad made sure that we did all the exhibits, the animal barns, all that kind of stuff before we got to ride the rides. That was a motivation to keep us behaved. So we weren't dressed as fancy as my girls are today. We would just wear a basic short set that my mom would have picked up, just a really low-end cost short set. Us girls would have a basic canvas tennis shoe that would have cost $1. The boys would have had a high-top canvas, and they weren't expensive in those days either. If our shoes weren't new, then they were washed and we were all cleaned up for the day. We would get to the fairgrounds and my dad would look for a place to park where he could access the car easily because he would have to go back and forth to the car sometimes. He'd need the sweaters, he would take them to the car. We always brought our lunch in a cooler, and it was for sandwiches and some cookies and some just finger food type stuff. We bought hardly any fair food. Maybe a cotton candy or something. By the time the little ones were old enough to go to the fair, my sister, she was probably 13, 14 years old, and she would carry a purse. I would ride the rides with my older sister. I was 4 years younger. We would ride the bucket seat Ferris wheel. The scariest part of that Ferris wheel was when it went all the way to the top, and then it stopped, and the seat would swing for them to load or unload other seats. I liked riding the Twister and some of the just really basic rides. One year, my sister and I rode an airplane, just kind of went in circle, and it just kind of hung on cables. But we didn't realize that the airplane went upside down. I was very small for my age. And when that airplane turned upside down, there's no covering or anything on it. I felt like I was going to fall out. And, in those days, maybe I could have fallen out. And I was screaming hysterically. And my sister's purse fell out of the ride. My dad had to turn it off and get us off of there. He said that he couldn't get my sister's purse until the ride stopped. Restrictions on the rides back then, this was back in the 60s and 70s, were way less than they are now. But the Ohio State Fair was a high point of our summer. One of the things that happened right before the month when you started getting ready to go back to school, I actually felt privileged that I was able to go every year that my father took us. We didn't really get to do anything extra like playing the midway games. Maybe when my brothers got older and they had saved their money to play a couple of the games, but we knew what we were going to get to do and what we weren't going to get to do, so it wasn't that big of a deal. My dad always checked the weather, and he always made sure it was going to be a sunny, bright day, and it was usually hot. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Maddie Monday, Mommy and me at the fair, from Madeline and Hattie. Thanks for watching. So join me next time for Maddie Monday as I do the theme that Rebecca selected, scarecrows. Join me if you scare. Oh, that was bad.